evaluate the transfer function for the given system when input R is station 1. This is the input sometime. The other time, this is the input. For that, we have to obtain transfer functions. One for station 1 and another one for station 2. When you assume station 1, station 2 equal to 0, we have to assume. This is equal to 0 if you do for station 1. Therefore, there is no meaning of having this junction, this summing junction, because this becomes 0, only one input. So we can remove this while considering station. Now let us find the transfer function. Here the problem is these two are the innermost part. G2 is the innermost part that we cannot simplify because of this. If you do for this feedback, this summing junction is hurdle. That's why this must be moved out. If you want to simplify this again, this takeaway point is hurdle. Suppose if you want to simplify first this, then this takeaway point will be the hurdle. But anyhow, this hurdle must be removed. To remove that hurdle, what it is better to have is we move this first. First, what we have to do is already I told you that this summing junction is removed by making station 2 equal to 0. Therefore, this we can move like this. So this point is removed. If you move this, this H3 will be divided by G3. That's all. H3 by G3. So that this can be simplified first. This part can be simplified first. So if you simplify this first, what you will get is the input is station 1, that is equal to X, 1 of S. Station 1 is X1 of S. G1 summing junction. This is G2. If you simplify this circled part, you will get G3. This is negative feedback. Therefore, we can write G3 divided by 1 plus G3 H2. This is C of S. This is C of S. So what you will get is here one feedback that consists of H3 divided by G3. That's all. Another feedback is there. There is no change in that. That is H1. Now we can remove this feedback first. Now we can remove this. This is negative feedback. If you remove that, what you will get is X1 of S. That is station 1. G1. G2, G3 is multiplied. Therefore, what numerator is G2, G3 divided by 1 plus G3 H2 whole divided by 1 plus, because negative feedback, 1 plus G1, G3, G2, G3 G2 G3 upon 1 plus G3 H2 multiplied by H3 by G3. This is the simplification of this feedback path. Then one more is there, that is H1. That is also negative feedback. Now we have to simplify this. We have to simplify this part first. Then we have to remove that feedback H1. If you simplify this, 1 plus G3 H2 is 1 will replace 1 plus G3 H2. Then LCM getting cancelled. Before that, G3 is getting cancelled. So what you are getting is X1 of S, G1 G2 G3 divided by, in place of 1, this denominator will come. Therefore, 1 plus G3 H2 plus G2 H3. G2 H3. That's all. Then the feedback H1 is there. Now we can remove this H1 also. Therefore, the overall transfer function T of S equal to, the numerator is G1, G2, G3 divided by 1 plus G3 H2 plus G2 H3 whole divided by 1 plus G1, G2, G3 divided by 1 plus G3 H2 plus G2 H3 multiplied by H1. So if you take LCM, this 1 will be replaced by this denominator. Therefore, what you are getting is G1, G2, G3 whole divided by 1 plus G3 H2 plus G2 H3 plus G1, G2, G3 H1. That's all. This is the final transfer function if you consider station 1. Now let us find for station 2 equal to R of S. Here, station 1 equal to 0. That's why the summing block becomes just a line. This minus sign is comes here. Here, the problem is we cannot remove the innermost part is this G2, this junction and summing block. But if you consider station 2, then the innermost part is not this. This is the innermost part because this is the forward path. This is the forward. G3 is the innermost part. But you cannot remove this feedback H2 because there is a hurdle, a takeaway point is there. That's why you cannot remove this H2. So this takeaway point should be moved out of this place. So let us remove this takeaway point from this. This is equal to 0. Therefore, this becomes a line. And the minus sign comes here. This we have to move here. If you move here, it is a junction, summing junction. That's why it will come here as well as here. Because two signals are coming in, that's why that one point becomes, one takeaway becomes two takeaway points. So we can redraw this like this. G1 will be multiplied with H1, and this summing junction is here. G1, H1. This is G2. One takeaway point comes here, that is H3 comes here, minus. This is the summing junction. This summing junction comes here. Another takeaway point comes here. Here. This also goes to the same summing point through H3. Through H3. That's why H3, same summing function with a negative sign. Negative sign or positive sign. Here one negative sign. Here another negative sign. That's why this will become positive. Now it becomes free. G3 C of S. Another one goes here. That's all. Now this is R of S. This is R of S. Therefore, we can these two can be interchanged. These two can be interchanged. That's why without redraw the figure, we can combine these two. G3H2 can be combined. So similarly, this G2H3 can be simplified. Therefore, here we can write G2 divided by 1 plus G2H3 we can write. 1 is simplified. A summing junction. Here R of S is coming in. And this is simplified. G3H2 is simplified. That's why we can write G3 divided by 1 plus G3H2. This is minus, this is plus. Because two negative signs. G3H2. This is C of S. The feedback is coming. H2, H3. The feedback is H2, H3. And it is added here with a positive sign, positive feedback. And this is negative feedback, negative feedback. This is G1, H1. Now these two are in parallel. These two are in parallel. These two are in parallel feedback. That's why what we can do here is, I am redrawing the figure like this. This is R of S. G3 divided by 1 plus G3H2. The output is C of S. Here, these two are in parallel. H2 G1H1 plus H2 H3 are in parallel. In series with that G2, in series with that G2 divided by 1 plus G2 H3 is there. This is negative feedback. This is also because we put a negative. Here positive, one is positive feedback. That's why to make positive, we are putting a negative sign here so that it becomes positive feedback. H2, H3 is positive feedback. Now, we can simplify by using seventh rule. This is forward path. This is forward path. This is loop. This is loop. Therefore, we can write forward path is in the numerator. Transfer function T of S equal to G3 divided by 1 plus G3H2 whole divided by 1 because negative feedback 1 plus G2 G1H1 minus H2 H3 divided by 1 plus G2 H3 multiplied by, this is multiplied by this numerator G3 divided by 1 plus G3H2 1 plus. So if you take LCM, what you will get is transfer function T of S equal to G3 divided by 1 plus G3H2 whole divided by, in place of 1, this and this will couple. Therefore, 1 plus G3H2 multiplied by 1 plus G2H3 plus this will come G2, G3, G1, H1 minus G2, G3, H2, H3. This is also equal to whole divided by 1 plus G3H2 multiplied by 1 plus G2H3. G2H3 getting cancelled. G3H2 getting cancelled. This term will come to numerator. Therefore, the overall transfer function equal to G3 multiplied by 1 plus G2H3 whole divided by, these two are will become 4 terms, that is 1 plus G3H2 plus G2H3 plus G2G3H2H3 plus this term G2G3 G1H1 minus G2G3H2H3. These two terms getting cancelled. Therefore, the overall transfer function is in the numerator G3 multiplied by 1 plus G2H3, in the denominator 1 plus G3H2 plus G2H3 plus G2, G3, G1, H1. That's all.